Welcome back, YouTube. It's Dan with a follow-up video from the FM beta rant I posted yesterday. Overwhelming response, over 100 comments, and I thought I'd pick through the most common things that people were commenting on and just give you my opinion on them, and then after that, it'll probably be me done with this, to be honest with you. So there's three things that kept popping up over and over and over again in the comments. One of them was people's feelings towards YouTubers and how they feel like they've been dishonest about the alpha before people went and pre-ordered. So I'm going to talk about that. The way the UI breaks immersion, I'll give you my thoughts on that. And then the fact that it was made for console, which I think is, everybody thinks that. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it. So we'll get into that now.
I'm playing a new football manager for the very first time. We have a window to make a video out of the alpha.
I have got my hands on the FM26 Alpha, and today we're going to talk about some good stuff.
The two clips there, one from Zealand and one from Work the Space, those I've clipped from their alpha videos they made, so pre-beta videos that they had on their channels. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, they seem very enthusiastic about the alpha. I don't know what agreement they had with SI before they were allowed to record, and what agreements they had with them before they were allowed to upload. But within 5 minutes of playing with this, I thought it was rubbish. So when you see people that you've watched for years and you feel like you have a little bit of a kinship with, you're into the same thing, and we're all football nerds playing this game, basically, it just feels to me like they've led you down a garden path into a bit of a trap and they've not been honest. Now, my view is they probably had an agreement where they weren't allowed to say anything negative about it. If that was me, I would have just refused to post the video. I would have just said, right, I'm recording the footage. If it's going on my channel, you let me say what I want to say. If you don't let me say what I want to say, I'm not putting the video on there, and I'll make a video about my thoughts on what I've played without any footage, and I'll just be honest with people that I think it's rubbish, or I don't like this and I don't like that. But I don't make a career out of it. So I don't know, is it a case of that it's the Emperor's new clothes where they're too close to SI and they're friends with these people and they've got relationships with them and they don't want to upset people, so they haven't released their true feelings? But as you can see now, I've clipped two thumbnails above, and it's like, lads, what did you expect, really? You've now seen how we feel about the game after it's been released, and then your early stuff you've put up out there is really, really super positive and high on it, and then we get all of it and we're like, it just doesn't reflect your initial thoughts on the game. So I don't know what you expect, really. I don't think you can, if you go back and look at your stuff that you've put on, can you be surprised that people are a bit disgruntled with your early thoughts on it and you're getting a bit of heat for it? Like, I don't think you can, personally. So I mean, that's just my thoughts on like other YouTubers' early content on this, and that's my opinion on why you're getting heat on it. I think we feel that you haven't been honest with your early access footage that you've put out there. So that's part one. The second thing that was a recurring theme was immersion and not being able to get immersed into the game. And I am in that same boat as you guys. And what I think it is, or my feelings on that is, this doesn't feel like I'm sat in front of my computer at work at a football club, going through my emails, going through scout reports, going through analytics from the last game, looking at who's underperformed, who's overperforming, who I can move into the start 11 that's got more key passes or is winning more headers. That on the old FM was easily accessible, easy to find, and you felt like you were sat in front of your work PC looking at data and running a club day to day. This in front of me feels like I'm playing a computer game or a tablet game with boxes on it that I'm supposed to touch that open up and give me information. I don't feel like I'm sat in front of a workstation looking at how I can improve my football club. And that's what I want from this game. I've played it for 25 years, since it was Championship Manager. That's what I want from it. Alright, it's a selfish view on things, but that's what I've had for the last 15 years since it changed from Championship Manager to the Football Manager format. And that's what I've bought it for and spent a couple of grand over the last few years buying these games, 40 odd pound a knock forever, to feel like that. And this isn't like that. It's like a bad mobile game. And it's completely immersion breaking. I don't feel like I'm part of a football club running the day-to-day of it. I feel like I'm sat in front of a tablet clicking squares. So the final thing I'm just going to talk about is the fact that everyone's been saying it's clearly made for console. I don't even think it's made for console. I think it's made for a tablet. I think it's a mobile device game. I think these boxes on here are designed for touch screens. That's what it feels like to me. I've tried it on the gamepad, on my Xbox gamepad. It's a bad console game. Effectively, if you play, even though it's on a PC, if I'm playing it on a pad, it's a console game, isn't it? Because it's going to be the same experience that a console player is going to have. And it's rubbish. It's still hard to navigate. I've seen a few people saying about the bookmarks at the top. The only reason why they've put the bookmarks at the top is because they know it's so bad to navigate. So they've dumped that in there to try and make it easier for you to get to some of the screens you want to get to. And you can't even fully customise that to certain screens either. So even as a console game, it's a bad console game. It's just like, my personal opinion, it's a 3 out of 10 this. It's rubbish. There's no way you're going to get 20 million people playing this like you did on your last one. So, just my final thoughts on this. What I'd probably do is refund it. And this is going to get heavily discounted at Christmas or after Christmas. And they might have fixed it. In fairness to SI, they are hammering out hot fixes. But, I mean, why pay 45 quid for this when in a month or two's time it's going to be heavily discounted because people aren't going to play it? I'm sorry, but that is just the case. That is what's going to happen with it. So that's it from me anyway. But I think I'm pretty much done with this. I don't think I'll be making any more content on FM26 until it improves dramatically. Thank you to those people that have subscribed. But, I mean, effectively, I don't think I'll be posting anything else on here unless I get a load of feedback that people really want me to do something. Then I might do it, whatever. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. If you think I've been like super harsh on people or the way the game's running, just pop a comment in. I mean, fair enough. But I think we all feel so strongly about it because I sort of equate it to a similar sort of thing as your feelings towards your football team. And you're passionate about it because you're a supporter like you are as a supporter for your football team. That is how I feel about this franchise. I've played it and followed it as long as I've been a Darlington fan, since it was Championship Manager. I don't know how long that is. It's probably since I'm 38 now. I've played this since I was 10 or 11. So what's that? Too many years I've played this. There we go. That's me done anyway. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks again for the comments. Thanks for the subscribes and that. That's me finished for now anyway. I'm out.